Since Yosemite Valley and the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias were first protected by Abraham Lincoln during the depths of the Civil War more than 150 years ago, Yosemite has become a beloved visitor destination for people from around the world. With millions of us coming every year, it's easy to forget that Yosemite and its native animals are wild and always should be, including its most charismatic megafauna, American black bears. 300 to 500 of them live in the park, and some can be found in the valley itself.
We got about 6 bears in the valley, and we're looking, actually this is one of the first years where we've actually seen like a really strong grouping kind of coming straight down into Yosemite Valley. And
they're curious, they're intelligent, they're incredibly strong. Their sense of smell is beyond anything we can comprehend. And they're really quick learners. They pass information from generation to generation.
Bears have long attracted tourists here, but for many decades, we didn't treat bears like wild animals. We gave them food for our own amusement and unwittingly enticed them into our campgrounds and cars, where bears learned how to find unprotected food and pass that knowledge on from one generation to the next. That led to many damaging consequences for people and deadly outcomes for ravenous bears who had to be destroyed.
If there were bears in here, I bet they'd probably know about us by now.
National Park biologists Ryan Matthew Leahy and Caitlin Lee Roney are involved in a major effort to study bear behavior and help all of us keep bears wild for their sake and ours.
You know, back in the 90s, we'd have 10 or more break-ins in a single parking lot in a single night. At our height in 1998, we had almost 1,600 in a single year. Just eliminating that human influence on their behavior is huge.
Since 1998, Yosemite Conservancy has provided more than $1.2 million to pay for a variety of tools to help the Park Service reduce human influence on bear behavior and break bears' bad habits of seeing us as a source of food. Thousands of bear-resistant food lockers have been installed in park campsites.
Everything that you bring should be stored inside this locker, so toiletries, food, ice chests.
Would have a scent that would attract a bear.
Yeah.
I could take my food, put my hand right here, open up this box, put my food in, and the bear can't get it.
Yeah, can't get it. We're good to go.
Educating campers and car owners to not leave food where bears can get it is essential to keeping bears wild, and it's been wildly successful.
It's a significant improvement. Last year we had 38 incidents, 0 vehicle break-ins.
And we're down over 99% in damage in general caused by bears.
Despite success so far, work continues to educate every new visitor to be bear smart, to buy time for the multi-generational association bears have made between people and food to be broken once and for all. GPS collars have been placed on some bears to study their behaviors, learn if progress is being made in keeping them wild, and respond to problems that may occur. That includes rigging campsites in the valley with bear monitoring systems.
The antenna detects any radio-collared bears as they enter this developed perimeter. It also records all the data so we can say, well, the bears are starting to figure out when we're going home and they start coming in around then. We're able to actually detect that, and these tools are helping us prevent those bears from getting too far down the rabbit hole with those behaviors. Bear in North Pine. Wildlife copies testing.
We enter a meadow where Ryan and Caitlin think a collared bear may be.
It's sort of like a treasure hunt to see, like, where are these bears going and why are they going there?
The GPS project that YC funded is an example of how we've learned more about bears. We started to see bears doing these loops. So there was one bear in particular that would come to the valley and then loop back all the way up past the Mariposa Grove. He was checking out what food was available when.
Their ability to navigate and solve really complex problems to feed themselves, 20,000 calories a day.
Wow. Up to, yeah.
Really, it's just, you basically just say bears are pretty cool. I mean, they're really easy to like.
See, it gets louder in one direction.
Caitlin uses a handheld antenna to determine the bear's location.
Seems
over this
that way, behind you.
Behind over.
Yeah. So we could get in the car and drive towards Mirror Lake and see if it gets louder.
We drive towards the end of the valley's human developments.
Yeah, it's straight out.
Straight out that way?
And it's not too close to any roads or trails or anything like that. So
that's good news.
yeah, we're psyched. You know, kind of our hope is like really would be awesome to have bears, untagged wild bears walking around in Yosemite Valley and keep people at a safe distance and watch them do their thing.
Though I'd love to have seen this elusive bear personally, it did what's best for us all, steering clear of people while seeking food in the wild. If we don't feed them or crowd them, and if we drive slowly and alertly on all park roads to avoid hitting them, bears will become safer and freer in Yosemite to simply be themselves. Now that will be a sight to see.